Drop zone is I when I was I volunteer at the pet shelter, so like there's a thrift shop there that sells a bunch of VHS tapes, and I always missed the VHS tape style. Like I I grew up on the graininess of the VHS tape quality, so when I found this when I looked through the thrift shop tapes, I found this movie called Drop Zone starring Wesley Snipes and Gary Busey. And when I watched it, I'd call this Point Break 2 because it's I don't know, it's in that kind of style where like Point Break, it's a bunch of robbers who do like the most insane stuff to rob the things that they're doing. Like um the plot of this movie is that Gary Busey, he's the villain of the film, and he leads like a team of robbers or terrorists, whatever you call them, and their gimmick is that they skydive like thousands of feet up in the air. So it's Wesley Snipes. He's like he's apparently sorry apparently an agent who is trying to recover a criminal that they kidnapped in the very first few minutes. And so Wesley Snipes trying to learn how to skydive because the most of the movie they're skydiving. And that's pretty much the movie. Like Wesley Snipes is trying to stop Gary Busey while learning how to skydive at the same time. So most of the time you're up in the air watching a bunch of acrobatics. Along the way, Wesley Snipes makes alliances with other skydivers. Like there's one guy who reminds me of Matthew Lillard. Um, this one girl, and then some other people they pick up that aren't really that important in the story. And um, the movie is very typical 90s. Like you see the 90s hairstyle, 90s music, the action scenes. You know, it's just a very 90s type movie. And I don't know, this movie is okay. It's action packed, so I guess the soundtrack is cool. It's by Hans Zimmer. And other than that, I don't have that much else to say, except it's like a watered down um, Point Break. Because like in Point Break, they're doing a bunch of other stuff other than skydiving. Like it's that one scene from Point Break, you know, when they're skydiving, or two scenes. No, there were like two scenes where they were skydiving, and it's that the entire movie's that. I really don't have much else to say. It's a good movie. It's an action movie, so you know it's what you expect. Except in this one, my only actual complaint is that the physics in this movie is really weird. Like there's a scene where the main girl character she's like on the edge of the plane and the doors open like in their air. They're in the air, so you'd expect her to get sucked out, but like she doesn't. And so she jumps, but she grabs onto the railing of the airplane, like 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 what people do when they jump onto like the little landing thing on the helicopter. She does it on the plane, but it's kind of it looks physically impossible, or at least physically implausible. Like I don't know, and that didn't seem right to me. But other than that, it's okay. It's okay.